Holy. Guys, she did popo.
I'm sure, of course, she felt something, but it felt unfair. It felt small, comparatively. If you're...
It says, didn't she sue him first? No, she did not. I don't think that's how it worked. I think she used the shortcut of suing somebody, and or press charges instead, and use the easy court of public opinion, because the reality is that the court of public opinion is the easiest thing. She did? Really, she did? Oh, okay. I feel like using Twitter or like using other shit or whatever, you know, like canceling and shit. That's kind of like easy, no?
Your loved one or your husband has had some very serious issues brought before him. So when she engaged in her normal kind of banter of trying to poke at me and get me to react, I literally just got into bed.
She is aiming for 100 mil. Wait, she wants 100 mil?
The television was on, and I was reading, and I suppose Miss Heard was down in her area, taking off her makeup and changing into sleep clothes, whatever, and she entered the bedroom while I was laying on my side of the bed, reading, and she was still rattling off all the wrongs I'd done to her in that particular day, and how unreliable I am, and what a horrible person I was, and I did not engage verbally, nothing. I sat there or laid there, reading my book, and when she didn't get a jump out of me or a jolt out of me, she got out of bed, she walked around the bed, she came to my side.
So I guess I'm not laughing.
And again, you know, you've got a person who is throwing multiple shots at your face, at your head, at your neck, at anything she could hit. So I got up out of bed, and I grabbed her by the shoulders, and I sat her down on the bed. And I said, I'm leaving. Please don't get off the bed. Please don't follow me. Please don't try and stop me. I'm leaving. And she got up off the bed.
Uh-oh.
And she squared off at me in the doorway of our bedroom. And I said, what do you want to do? Hit me again? Would you like to hit me again? And I said, go ahead. Hit me. Bam. And then I just said, is that what you wanted? Would you like another?
Jesus.
Bam. There's the second one. And I said, good, now you're done. Grabbed her by the shoulders, walked her to the bed, sat her down, and said, don't follow me. Leave me alone. I'm out. I'm gone. I went, I grabbed a few things, and I got out immediately, and I went to my other house on Sweetser. As Ms. Heard she was leaving the following day for Coachella, which is Coachella is like it's a big event, a concert.
No shot.
Many bands, and yeah, out in the desert. She and her friends were going to Coachella for the weekend.
Oh my God,
and,
Jesus.
That was it. That was it.
Mr. Depp, after April 21st, 2016, when was the next time that you actually saw Ms. Heard in person?
I left Ms. Heard, I left Penthouse 3. I left at 4:30 in the morning.
Guys, I'm not laughing, okay, because of abuse, whatever, guys. It's just, what, from house 1 to house 2 to Penthouse 3, Jesus.
It was actually her birthday. It was about 4:30 in the morning, April 22nd. And that's when I left. And from that moment on, I did not see Ms. Heard until May 21st.
And why was that?
I had received some news that was as absurd and grotesque
Oh no.
and cruel. And then I was shown a picture of what the problem was. I had gone to Mr. Bett and said, she's at Coachella. I think it's a good time to go downtown so that I can get some of my things, you know, and get them out of there, especially the things that were precious to me, you know, children things from friends, Brando, Hunter, Thompson, whatever, things that were important to me. And he said, I don't think now's a good time to go. And I thought, it's the perfect time. She's not going to be home for 2 days. And then he showed me a photograph on his telephone of...
Objection, Your Honor. Also, you're saying.
It's a photograph, Your Honor.
As being relayed to him by Mr. Bett.
He says he looked at it on his phone.
I'll overrule the objection as the photograph.
What was the photograph of, Mr. Depp?
They know it's coming. Holy!
It was a
She tried it.
photograph of the bed, our bed, and on my side of the bed was human fecal matter. So I understood why it wasn't a good time to go down there. My initial response to that was, I mean, I laughed. It was so outside. It was so bizarre and so grotesque that I could only laugh. So I did not go down there that day.
Mr. Depp, how was your mother's health during this time?
Jesus.
Not good at all. My mom was in Cedars-Sinai Hospital, and she was on her way out. She was dying.
How often were you going to see her during this time?
Excuse me?
How often were you going to see her during this time?
As much as I could under the circumstances. When I did go and get to see my mom, she was pretty much incapable of speech. Her speech had left her. At that time, she seemed to, her eyes were still open, and she could kind of react with her eyes, but she couldn't speak. And then not long after that, once her eyes closed, she lay there
Sorry, I
for
called
the
these sucks.
duration of her life, which ended on the 20th of May, the night before I saw Miss Heard for the last time. Well, essentially.
I'm so sorry, Mr. Depp, but how did your mother's death affect you?
As it would anyone, I suppose. There was one thing that I couldn't fathom was, I brought my kids to see Betty Sue in the hospital.
Guys,
And
whose lawyer is that? Asking questions.
at that time, she was not functioning. She was not responsive. She was alive.
Is
Still.
that
She
the
was fighting
defense?
still inside,
Or is
but
that...
she was
It's his, right?
was,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
lying in the bed.
As relevant? Well, they have a defense strategy, or an offense strategy, or what, anyway, right? So I guess it's part of the big picture.
Use this analogy, but all I could think of was how, if she's conscious of everything that's going on around her, but has no ability to speak, has no ability to move.
It's not only,
I knew
I
that.
I don't think it's a strategy to get the fucking jury, whatever the fuck. I mean, it could also, but also
The one thing
it's right for a
that she was
strategy,
concerned,
man.
The last thing that she would have wanted was to have ended up lying there.
It's not only for the fucking
on
jury.
what it was like. There's my mom lying there on a deli platter, and it was a horrible image. But I brought my kids in to say goodbye, and we all spoke into her ear. And,
Okay. Are they done talking about the other thing?
And then she passed away later.
Jesus, that's tough.
So it was painful, but there was some side of it too, at least to me, that in a way it was I was happy for her.
Why was
Because
that?
I can't imagine Betty Sue or my mom. I can't imagine anyone lying there in quite possibly was a kind of a locked-in syndrome. And if she's surrounded by 10 people looking at her lying there on that deli platter, if you will, I was happy for her that she was out of pain, out of frustration.
What
out
was
of,
the ice cream one? I don't know what
was happy
that
she
is.
moved.
I don't know what that
Happy.
is.
I was relieved that she was no longer in that situation. Though, when those you love leave, we're the ones stuck with the pain, with the grieving. But I was glad that my kids got to see her and
Good
give
Sammy's
her
logs.
her send off, I suppose. And but it was
Yeah,
it
might
opened
watch
my
the whole-
eyes quite a lot to a number of things.
What were some of those things that your mother's death opened your eyes to?
That life is a bird song.
I want to see this one, guys. I'm not watching the whole thing. I want to see this one. She faked a broken nose. How?
And I believe this has
I
already
see
been
it.
offered into evidence. If so, could you
Christ.
please publish to the jury. Thank you. Mr. Depp, what's reflected in these photographs?
There were some scratches, another altercation, and there were some misheard come at me with her nails
Guys.
or hand scratching.
Guys, I asked this to Sammy, but I didn't really get an answer because I don't know enough about law. Why did he first get a suit about defamation? Why not? I know it's probably a strategy, but why not start with a suit about abuse or whatever? Then you have like a lot of evidence and a lot of things to support a pretty easy suit or pressing charges about a lawsuit about abuse or whatever with all that's a criminal case. Yeah, but if you start there, can't you use a criminal case in defamation suit to refer to it as an easier win? Or is the opposite better, starting with defamation and then doing the other, whatever the fuck?
At me.
And who took these photographs of you?
Once again, I believe this was Mr. Bett, Sean Bett.
And when were these photographs taken?
Seems to be Christmas, or 10 days before Christmas, the 15th of December 2015.
Mr. Depp, do you remember
Civil can't afford criminal case. Interesting.
what led to you having these scratches on your face?
This was yet again another confrontation where, as was my regular practice, there had been an altercation. She was she had some rage issue with me, and I remember that I was trying to go to my corner, as it were, which is I was going into my office in penthouse 3, which is upstairs, and as I was approaching the door to my office, Miss Heard ran out of the master bedroom or bedroom and started just throwing wild punches at me, at the back of my head, at the side of my head, at anything that she could connect with.
Jesus,
And,
man.
I had to.
It's a fucking wild animal.
I would have to show you sort of how I tried to avoid the attack.
Please do.
If it's all right.
Yes, sir.
Oh shit,
if I'm
live
walking
reenactment.
This way to the door of my office. The bedroom door is where you are. I walked across the mezzanine there, and as I'm approaching the door, suddenly I'm just getting clobbered from behind, and one's natural primal instinct is to kind of duck and cover. So I ducked and covered, but they didn't stop. So I came up this like this, sort of protecting my face, but at the same time, with her arms swinging wildly, I put my arms up and I was able to get her into a bear hug or something, just to stop her from hitting me anymore. And while holding her in that position, she was still trying to, she had her legs, she could kick, she could knee me, so she was still jumping, kind of very angry, very animated. And yeah, it was unpleasant.
What happened at the end of that situation?
Because of the grabbing of the arms and holding them to her side, so that I didn't receive any more blows, and she was still fighting, I believe there was some kind of contact with our heads, our foreheads, as would happen if you're trying to calm someone like that. And then that was when she accused me of headbutting her, of giving her a headbutt and breaking her nose.
Uh-oh.
But there was no blood. There was no. I didn't hit her nose. If there was anything at all, it was a bump of. Well, I'm trying to restrain her. She's trying to get out of it. There's going to be some contact here and there, accidental contact, but not a headbutt.
How did you escape this altercation?
Cristiano Ronaldo ma man.
After she'd made the remark about the fact that I headbutted her, which was just impossible, she...
Why is she's like fake crying now?
She huffed off. I let her go. She huffed away, and she was gone for about 7 or 8 minutes. And then when she came back, I was
kind of weird.
Then I was in the bedroom of Penthouse 3, our bedroom, and she came back about 7 or 8 minutes later. And she had a Kleenex or a tissue to her nose, and she pulled it away from her nose and she showed it to me, and there was red. There was indeed like red color on the tissue. But me, I know that there was no connection to her nose. No part of my body made connection to her nose or eyes or anything like. So she said, she took it away and she showed it to me. She said, "Way to go, Johnny, you broke my nose. You broke my nose." And I knew I hadn't, so I said, you go into sort of placation mode, which is, "Oh my God, let me see, are you okay? What happened? Let me see." And she wouldn't let me see anything. And so I just tried to calm the situation as best I could. All the while, I was waiting for her to dispense with that Kleenex because I didn't trust it. And so I waited and went.
She looks constipated? Nah, she's
dropped
not.
it into the wastebasket in her bathroom.
Last video,
our bathroom.
Last video we saw, it proves that she's not suffering from any sort of constipation, okay? If you have a problem going to the bathroom, okay, you're definitely not comfortable doing it somewhere else than in your bathroom at home, okay? Doing it on the bed is quite, I would assume, would be quite a difficult task, okay, dude? I think she's good in that.
Went somewhere downstairs, I think, I don't know. And then I pulled the Kleenex out of the trash bin, and I inspected it pretty closely and realized that it was nail polish. It was nail varnish or polish.
Mr. Depp, shortly after December
Weird.
15, 2015, where did you and Ms. Heard go for the holidays?
It was.
So what makes her cry there then? If she knows and you just kind of proved in the story that it was nail polish, why is she crying then? If he didn't get hurt badly and she didn't get hurt either, what should I cry about then? I don't get it.
Planned for a while that we would be going to the island, and we would be going to the island with my kids, Lily Rose and Jack, and Lily Rose's boyfriend at the time, and There's a friend of Amber's called Alice Temperley, I believe her name is, and her boyfriend Greg Williams, who's a very well-known photographer, and both very nice people, and their kids were going. She told me they were going to be coming to the island, and I thought, okay, great.
The island.
And so yeah, that's where we went for the holidays.
And what happened on the island in December 2015?
Many things. But,
Island 1?
Was there any violence by Ms. Heard against you?
oh yes, there were a couple of incidents that were, again, just each time one of these incidents would occur, it seemed to get worse and worse. That is to say, as opposed to fists or anything like that. I'd set up on the back porch of the house. I'd set up an area with an easel and oil paints and a can of mineral spirits, linseed oil, brushes, everything. So she wanted to paint. So I'd set it up for her. And again, I remember sitting at the table where most of the paintbrushes and the can and all that stuff was. And the argument, again, escalated, and she just simply reached down and grabbed the can of mineral spirits and chucked it at my face. She threw it at my face, and it
Guys, every time he says it, take a note. I didn't throw it. Actually, I chucked it at max force. Sorry.
Struck me.
A little precision here, boys. Coming alive, boys. Easy.
So the forehead, bridge of the nose area.
Jesus, man.
It hurt.
Who else was around when this happened?
Well, thankfully, my children and Lily Rose's boyfriend were over towards the cafe. At that point, I didn't know that anyone else was around or had witnessed anything. I thought it was just Amber and I, but apparently there are 4 staff who work on the island.
I don't think it's hearsay. I don't think any statements yet. You can go ahead and continue your answer, sir.
Okay.
Sorry, the staff that work on your island, Mr. Depp.
Guys, he knows that this other guy is trying to do fucking objections for no. Guys, I feel like there's a lot of. Because I feel like, maybe I'm wrong about this, okay? In some of these cases, they can do a bunch of objections, right? And they would work, but they'd be like, dude, why are you doing this? It's just kind of fucking annoying. Because then you're just going to reward everything. It's just annoying, is it not?
Yeah.
And that's one of them.
So there are indeed 4 staff who work on the island.
Who cares? Oh my God, there's staff working on the island. Hearsay.
All year round, who take care of everything, and 2 of them happened to be in that area and witnessed the violence.
I'll sustain as to, unless you can lay a foundation, how you would know
Certainly.
that if it was not hearsay.
Mr. Depp, how do you know that these staff members witnessed part of this altercation?
These people, as I said, they're staff on the island, though I consider them family and very dear to me. And I believe it is mutual. I've known them a very long time. They were visibly shaken by what they witnessed.
Objection, Your Honor.
Again, if you can lay a foundation, if he saw them there, or if this is something.
Mr. Depp, did you see any of these individuals shortly after you had this altercation with Ms. Heard?
No, that's not the proper. Did he see them as actually there? If he didn't, if it's something they told him, then it's hearsay.
Mr. Depp, did you see any of your staff members at the house when you and Ms. Heard had that altercation?
Once Ms. Heard had stormed off, I sort of sat there dazed and confused for a few minutes, and then I walked around the house, and I saw Tara and...
That's fine. Okay, I'll sustain the objection. We'll move on.
You mentioned Tara. Who's Tara?
Tara's the manager of the island.
Mr. Depp, I'd like to discuss April 2016 now. When is Ms. Heard's birthday?
22nd of April.
And in 2000...
Christ! I can't hide anything! One is dead bone, one is popo! What the fuck am I gonna do, man? What the fuck am I gonna do?
Can you please bring up Defendant's Exhibit 638?
Eric, all right, what is
$50 donations back
Yes, Your Honor,
then.
move for the admission of this video and
$50
evidence.
donation now, minus 50 lol W.
Thanks, thank you, says Mr. Top Hat Raptor.
We have no objection, Your Honor.
All right, 638 in evidence.
It says video
Your
shows
streams are
No, you're
one
not.
of the best parts of my day. Love you, Felix XQCL.
slamming cabinets during an argument. This is old. It's old. Well, I've never seen this before.
If you see this, type try hard.
What happened?
His mom just died. Guys, maybe it's because of how the case is built, but so far, guys, it's crazy that there's a bunch of audio clips and him saying that he's a bit abused of
You
like
must watch this
like
40
40 times,
PSA moment in
right?
the trial link.
And then she records him slamming cabinets. Is this the like the craziest that he gets, slamming cabinets because his mom died or whatever the fuck? Is that like, oh my god, boys, we got him. I've abused him 20 times. Ha! Dude, I'm about to film him at his worst. Here comes the cabinets, boys. Like, what the fuck is this? Oh, wow. The glass is staying strong, though.
Nothing happened this morning, you know that?
Were you in here?
No.
So then nothing happened to you this morning?
Yeah, you're right. I just woke up and you were so sweet and nice. We were not even fighting this morning. All I did was say sorry.
Did something happen to you this morning? I don't think so.
No, that's the thing.
You want to see crazy? I'll give you fucking crazy. Here's crazy. Oh, you're crazy. Oh, you're crazy.
Have you drunk this whole thing this morning?
Oh, you got this going? You got this going?
I just started it.
Oh, really? Really? See that shit on me,
No,
motherfucker?
I didn't. You were smashing shit.
Bye.
That's just kind of evil, to be honest. I'm gonna be honest. It's just kind of weird. It's really, I think it's really baity as well, though. That's really fucking baity.
That's your house in
Illegally recorded tape. Do we have a date or metadata or anything on it?
Why don't we, since you have some questions about it, why don't we watch it again?
Oh, I've
Play
seen
it
it.
again,
honey.
please, Michelle. Okay, you know what, we don't have to do that.
That's good.
We don't have to do that.
Guys, is that the defense lawyer talking? That guy is... Guys, I'm trying to be as unbiased as possible. If I'm a jury, the way these guys talking, that just fucking annoys me. Because I don't really give a shit who you have a side with or whatever the fuck. If there's a jury, this is a jury trial, right? There's a jury there, right? Him talking like that, you're not winning any points there at all. Zero. You're not winning shit. You're just annoying.
Oh, I've
Play
seen
it
it.
again,
honey.
please, Michelle. Okay, you know what, we don't have to do that.
That's good.
We don't have to do that. This is at your house in West Hollywood on Sweetser Avenue, correct?
That's correct, sir.
And that's you in the video, Mr. Depp, right?
That's correct, sir.
And you would agree that you were violent in that clip, correct?
Wait, violent?
Clearly, I was having a bad time.
Wait, guys, this is... Using and involving physical force intended to hurt or damage or kill someone. No? What?
I don't know what it was with regard to completely at this point, since I don't know the date. But being illegally recorded by your
Is it or something? Did I misread
other
it?
is,
Or
well,
something.
it's
I had it
like
fucking fitted in.
photographs and tape recordings she made.
Guys,
So,
in my defense, look, guys, this is my chat size. This is the tab size. Look, it literally stops at the end, and I didn't see this something at the end. It said or something, or guys, I'm going to hurt something. Guys, this like cabinet, fuck the cabinet, man. I'm gonna fuck it up, man.
What was most interesting is that she tried to hide it from me, and then that she laughed and smiled.
I'm going to kill it.
I thought that was
This
most interesting
fucking
part.
cabinet, I'm telling you
Myself.
now.
But so yes,
You didn't
I
react.
did assault a couple of cabinets, but I did not touch Miss Heard.
And
As you can see, I think no.
and you may have been drunk in that video, correct?
There's a possibility of that, yes, sir.
You poured yourself a mega pint of red wine, correct?
A mega pint. I poured myself a large glass of wine.
My man said a mega pint.
I thought it necessary.
Right, right. Well, let's look at UK 101, please.
Okay, 101.
Yeah, this is day one.
Guys, is this like UK science? UK 101 book? Fucking a mega pint is this size of fucking alcoholic beverage?
You see there at line 5. Do you have the page up?
I don't see 101 yet, sir. Sorry.
Okay, sorry. Take your time.
I've got a I've got a bit of a bushel here. 101. Sorry.
What the fuck is UK 101?
It's a bit of a jumble. Oh, sorry. Here, page 101. Is that what you like?
Yes, sir.
Great.
And just since you seemed amused by the terminology, you were asked the question, you were drunk, I'm going to suggest. What do you say to that? Answer, I may have been.
Where are we, sir?
Line 5.
Thank you.
Question, you were drunk, I'm going to suggest. What do you say to that? Answer, I may have been. I do not recall. The chances are very good that I was if I was upset. Question, we saw you pour a sort of, answer, mega pint. Question, mega pint of red wine, which is not everybody's choice for breakfast, is it? Answer, no. Did I read that right?
You did.
And you were very, very upset in that video, correct?
I think that's pretty clear, yes.
And you would agree that your behavior in that clip could be intimidating to anyone present in that room, correct?
Objection calls for speculation.
That's so.
You would agree that your behavior was intimidating, correct?
Objection calls for speculation.
All right, I'll sustain the objection.
Now you're a lot bigger than Amber, correct? Physically.
No.
I wouldn't say that.
Okay.
What?
Would you agree with me that the standards of a Southern gentleman were not in your mind in this particular moment, were they?
Guys, I would not be able to follow this in court. What the fuck is he talking about?
Standards of a Southern gentleman were not. The standards of a Southern.
What the fuck is the standards of a Southern? Is that a book?
Gentlemen were not
Is that a book?
in your mind in this particular moment, were they?
I don't know about anyone else, but I have had experiences in my life where one does stray from complete control over their emotions at times, and that is a very normal, primal thing to do. I did not try to intimidate Ms. Heard. If she was intimidated, why was she filming? If she was scared to death, why didn't she leave?
Can you pull up Exhibit 821, please? Defendant's Exhibit.
Lawyer at home. Lawyer from Wish. Best no pixel lawyer. Jesus, this chat. What is that at the end? What is that? Ice cream. The ice cream.
By pounding on the door, waking up every 15 minutes and then falling asleep next to the door. If I could hear you snore in case if you vomited, I could call EMS if you ever stop snoring.
Is that good? Ice cream? Guys, is the ice cream incident good or not? Is that good?
Your own vomit, which is very likely with you.
Really?
Yes, very
I
likely.
vomit a lot.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes, you do vomit a lot. In your sleep, even more.
Really?
Oh, it's news to you?
Well,
Then
I'm all
this is
into this.
affecting you a lot more than I thought it was.
Guys, her lawyer is definitely goofy though. Guys, I didn't watch the whole case. Guys, isn't her lawyer kind of goofy? He definitely is goofy. Guys, also let me say to you guys, I feel like he's creating unintentionally scenarios that makes the jury kind of relate to him in a good way somehow. Something that I noticed.
Can you please pull up Defendant's Exhibit 1094?
Your Honor, may we approach briefly?
Oh my God.
Being a picture.
Lawyer's a buster. Craigslist?
Mr. Depp, do you recognize this picture as being a picture of you?
Yes, Miss Heard kindly showed it to me the day after she took it, yes.
Okay. This picture, I'd move for the admission of Defendant's Exhibit 1094 and ask for permission to publish, Your Honor.
We have no objection, Your Honor.
Can we see it?
This is a picture of you on a black leather couch, passed out, correct?
Passed out's an interesting way of putting it. Maybe asleep.
Where is it? What residence?
That's in Boston.
I'm sorry?
That was in Boston when I was doing Black Mass.
In Boston. And that's ice cream on your lap, correct?
It is indeed. Miss Heard asked me to hold the ice cream as she noticed that I was on the nod. That means falling asleep from the 17-hour day that I'd worked and also the opiates that I'd ingested. And if you'll notice, my right hand is in my pocket. So I wasn't participating in the Festival of Ice Cream.
Okay.
I was holding her ice cream, and
Guys, I want to see the picture.
because she knew what was going to happen, that I would fall asleep and it would drop. And that was a wonderful picture to take for her.
Sure.
I don't know why she took it. But
Well, so it's Miss Heard's fault that that picture was taken. Is that what you're saying?
What? Oh, dude, this guy. Okay, this
picture
goofy,
to take for her.
goofy.
I don't know why she took it. But
Well, so it's Miss Heard's fault that that picture was taken. Is that what you're saying?
she snapped it.
Okay. All right. Let's.
Guys, there's no victim here. Why does it have to be somebody's fault? I mean, there's no fault of whatever. It's a picture. What is the guy
Let's
talking
talk
about?
about this because you say you were in Boston. This is when you were filming Black Mass,
Yes, sir.
and you testified that that was kind of the last film that you did.
I see the picture. Is that it? You guys, can I even show this? Somebody linked it. So what's wrong with this picture? It's just kinda goofy. He had to listen to her rambling.
When you were taking opiates, right?
Yes, it was right before the the trip to the island.
And you testified yesterday that opiates, you don't take opiates to get high, right? You've testified to that on a couple different occasions, correct?
certainly can take opiates to get high. If I doubled the dose, then I would most assuredly be ready for sleep.
Holy.
That's not a blackout. That's
Sure. So if you double the dose, you'd be ready for sleep, but it wouldn't get you high in the way that other drugs would. Correct?
What? Guys, this guy's talking. Guys, I'm not an expert. Guys, this guy's talking shit. Guys, is that talking absolute shit? Guys, we're gonna. What opiates is he talking about? Was he for pain or something like that? Was he for pain?
In the way that other drugs would. Correct?
well, the high is there's.
As a surgery? Dude, I had surgery. Okay, I had to take fucking opiates. Yeah, even with normal dose, if you're prescribed for pain, yeah, you're falling asleep. And when I was in extreme pain after my fucking surgery, and I took 2. Okay, I did not last a fucking minute after the shit kicked in. I just fucking passed out straight through, dude.
Extreme downer. That's its job.
Right, and for that reason, I believe you testified yesterday or 2 days ago. It's not like you take those pills to get high. You remember giving that testimony, correct?
I said that it's not like I took the pills to get high. I took the pills to be normal, to stay normal, so that I
let's pull
wouldn't
up
get sick.
866, please.
What number did you say? I'm sorry.
Defendant's Exhibit 866.
But I also believe that I said that I asked nurse, or I told.
It says it's leading. Chevalier, you don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean it's leading? Why are you getting upset at me? Why are you getting upset at me?
Nurse.
Guys, what the guy's saying is just weird.
That.
The lawyer's being a buster.
I had told her that I needed more than I actually took because I always wanted to have 1 or 2 in my pocket just in case the kick started.
If you could take a look at the text at the top of that page.
Yes.
It's a text exchange between you and Erin Borum. Erin Borum, you testified as one of Dr. Kipper's nurses, right?
Yes, sir.
And this is a text exchange that you had with her in August and September 2016, correct?
Sorry, I'm looking for the. Oh, yes. Which one are we looking at here?
The top 3. And in the first, she tells you that she's watching Black Mass for the third time, right?
So August 30th, yes.
Yep. And, Your Honor, I'd move for, I'd like to admit this exhibit 866 and permission to publish, please. And particularly, I'm talking about the top 3 texts.
The top. So redacting the other text, just the top 3 texts and the identifying information.
Yes, Your Honor.
Your Honor, we have no objection, but we would ask that the 4th text message be included as well as
So
context.
the top 4 texts.
Sure.
And obviously the phone number is redacted as well.
Of course.
Let's get that up and see what that looks like.
Can we see it? No, show me. Who's trolling on the mic? Is she preparing another fucking poop incident? Come on, man. Also, why is her drink yellow? I know what she did. Jesus.
In evidence with redactions.
Thank you, Your Honor. Michelle, could you blow up that third text? Starts with "You are the sweetest." Ha ha. You write, "I was high as
Hold up. Here it comes.
In this text to Miss Borum, after she's telling you that she's watching Black Mass for the 3rd time in a row, you write, "I was high as a motherfucker when I made that film. Ha ha ha." You see that? Did I read that right?
Yes, you did read that right.
Now, you can take that down. You've trashed hotel rooms before simply because you've had a bad couple days and an unpleasant time, correct?
I have assaulted a couch or 2. Yes, sir.
You'd agree that at times in your life you've expressed yourself through destructive behavior.
So?
Yes.
And you'd agree that at times when you were angry, you smashed things up, right?
More in my confused sort of youth, yes.
And you said in an interview one time, you said the following quote, you know, you have bad days and, you know, some guys go play golf, some guys, you know, smash hotel rooms. You've said that before, right?
It was
It's just a yes or no question. You've said that before, right?
I've said it as a joke,
and
yes.
you believe that if something feels stronger than you, that it's a human reflex to smash something or throw something against a wall or punch a door, correct?
I don't believe that I'm the only human being that's ever punched a door or broken something in an internal bout with myself. No,
You
I
believe
don't believe
that
I'm
that's
unique in that way, sir.
You believe that that's something that happens when you get frustrated, right? And that it's a mini explosion that comes and goes quickly.
I wonder where he's trying to go with that.
When
What kind
I
of strategy that is.
younger, it was a little bit more accessible, if you will.
Okay. Let's pull up Exhibit 143.
He's violent?
please.
Yeah, but, dude, that he's, I don't even think that you're painting pictures of someone who's violent, though. Breaking things is not, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, it can be intimidating, I get it. It can show around you that you're going crazy or whatnot, dude. But that doesn't really do much. Shut the fuck up. You have no clue. Why are you getting mad at me? Why are you getting mad at me?
Can you scroll down?
Guys, look, guys. I said breaking things. Look at this guy. Shut the fuck up, you're not violent. Shut the fuck up, you have no clue. Why are you getting mad at me? What did I say? Why are you so mad? Why are you so mad? Holy shit. Oh my god, guys. I broke a cabinet or a couch. Holy shit, that shows that you're a fucking killer. You're a fucking bone breaker. You're the bone saw, dude. What are you talking
This is an
about?
email exchange between you and Stephen Duders, your personal assistant, in April of 2019. You see that?
Yes.
And it's 2 pages, I believe. So let's go to the second page, please.
Oh, it's the lawyer. He's in chat?
Or the bottom of, right there. And you see that on April 19th, 2012, you wrote him, I got drunk and destroyed my room.
Okay, guys. Okay, let me just ask him. Could you say reliably that somebody is violent, right? Or when presenting one person because he breaks things and another is breaking people? I feel like it's disingenuous to be able to label somebody as, oh, this guy is violent. One does things, one does I feel like, genuinely, it can be disingenuous about in a way of doing things. It's almost like a loophole or some shit. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
You see that on April 19th, 2012, you wrote him, I got drunk and destroyed my room. There are hookers and animals in here. Did I read that right?
Yes, you did.
Your Honor, permission to, or I'd like to move for admission of Defendant's Exhibit 143 and permission to publish, please.
As long as the email addresses are redacted, we have no objection, Your Honor.
All right, just redacting the email addresses, but the full content comes in, is that correct?
Yes, Your
Okay, I
Honor.
want to make sure I got this straight. Okay. Redact identifiers. All right. You agree with that?
Let's make sure that that's the only, is that the only
Guys,
email address?
Oh my god, guys, I'm cooked. One day I'm gonna be in a court case and you're gonna say, in Exhibit 1023, you slam your keyboard and then slam the fart. Now you are considered a violent person. Now, everything that they're gonna say is justified and all the evidence lines up because you slammed the fart in 2018. Like what? It just doesn't make sense though.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Wait a minute, could you go down to the second page again for a second?
Go down to the second page, please.
To the signature line.
Can we just see the top again?
Let's go to the top.
Because I've been online, you get paid $15 per day to be in the jury duty. And if you don't go, it's like an offense, you go to jail or some shit.
The top of the first page.
The top of the first
please.
page, thanks.
Okay,
In
thank
fact,
you.
is it-
No objection? Okay.
Do you mind if I read this, or are you going to read this to me?
We're gonna take a look at it.
All right, 143 in evidence, you can.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. Can you scroll down, Michelle?
Come on, Michelle.
So you write to Mr. Deuters, I got drunk and destroyed my room. There are hookers and animals in here. And then if you scroll up, he writes simply, watch out for Mike Tyson. Have you num-nummed? Correct. And then you write, don't want nummies. Thank you. Is it okay to put on a condom after the fact? I mean, if I just wear it for the rest of the day, like, that works, doesn't it? I've had to kill a few of the animals for sustenance. I've made quite a mess. There's blood and animal tracks everywhere. Did I read that right?
You did.
Okay. And you are currently in a lawsuit for assaulting a crew member on the set of one of your movies in July 2018, correct?
Wait, what? Guys, that read like a joke. Was that a joke? That feels like a joke from start to
Yes,
finish.
someone brought a case against me.
Right. A man by the name of Greg Rocky Brooks is suing you for allegedly
Objection,
punching
Your
him
Honor.
twice
Relevance
in the rib.
and
All right,
403 and 404.
Wait, I was trying to get interested in this. What the fuck happened? Why they cut it short, man?